Do rich people only want to date other rich people? What about their kids? The debate over the divide, now on the Brew.
The rich versus poor cultural divide in America. One thing keeps coming up though, rich families seem to encourage their kids to date other rich kids. Joel, do you think that's really a thing?
I think in general that's true. I think because it's a general human value that you want your kids to be taken care of, and they can be well taken care of if they have a ton of money. It's just a general concept. And then you're also coming from the same perspective. So you know your kid's going to be fine, they're going to be well off if they're with someone who's rich, even if that ends in a divorce. Whereas if a rich person is dating a poor person, there's a lot more risk involved for the person who has more financial wellness. And the family knows that, most likely because they've inherited the money themselves.
This is definitely a difficult issue. Look, I didn't come from money. I had to earn everything that I have. So I would say growing up, even in the dating world, I was fine with the Olive Garden. To me, that was good enough, and that's where I would take someone. So I didn't need to necessarily date a rich girl per se, but I could see their point of, well, she doesn't want to come down to that level. She's used to eating at like the 5-star fancy restaurants. And then, I would worry about her having to pick up the tab for me. So my answer is this. As long as the person's a good person, I don't think it matters whether they're rich or poor, as long as the love can make it work. Unfortunately, though, some people get in that rich mindset, well, the poor people don't understand how things work and they're not as cultured as us, and they kind of like, no, look down on that guy, he just wants money. That's where the situation comes into it. And two, sometimes the parents butting in. Look, when you got kids that are in love with each other, just let them figure it out. It's nature. Let them do it. It doesn't matter how much money's involved. As long as somebody's not trying to rob you and take your riches, in my opinion, that's the right way to go. Make it work.
Yeah, I think the connection is the most important thing. But you asked the specific question, so I gave you a very specific answer. That's why I think rich parents kind of see it as more of a risky thing. Because in most cases, people who did not come from money are, if they can date up, they're going to. And I'm not even just talking about you and me, I'm talking about anyone in our situation. So, because you're more financially secure that way as well. And that comes at the expense of potentially a rich family.
Absolutely, and I can see their point too. Like, definitely don't want to get taken advantage of, or you don't want the couple loving each other with the poor person just loving the rich person just to get their money, or sponge off of them, if you will, because that definitely happens. That's part of our society. I mean,
popular.
Just pocketing money. So that's not love. That's just financial situation. So yeah, I can definitely see where there would be an issue on their end as well. And every parent should be concerned about who their kid is dating too. You should take a look at them, whether rich, poor, whatever, and vet them out. Check them out. Not saying do a background check, but get to know who they're dating so you know a little bit about them.
Yeah.
We're not parents, can you tell? All right, well, now let's get to your opinion. So what do you think about this big divide? Should rich kids only date rich kids, or should they only want to date rich kids? Let's find out. Rockford Guitar says, sure, as long as they're both Democratic Socialists or Republican right-wing extremists. Oh, Starman, there's such a massive divide going on in America right now. It's only getting bigger. Unfortunately, I think this question is right and indicative of a bigger problem in our country, and that is the rich just keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. Inflation is high for no reason other than to keep the rich getting richer. The middle class is dead. As for dating, how would some spoon-fed kid understand the value of a dollar? Of course, the family would want to keep them from dating. They would want to keep them dating rich kids. How embarrassed does some multimillionaire feel having a great guy who works hard for his money, then takes the time to take a rich girl to Olive Garden? Hey, that's what I said, but that's what he can afford. I should have pre-read this, number one, because, hey, first off, let's leave the Olive Garden Corporation alone because they have some delicious food there. I just want to call that out. But I do want to go back to Starman's comment. Do rich kids know the value of a dollar as much as a poor kid does? Because that's where I think the whole Olive Garden connection that I guess we're both making is coming in.
Absolutely not. That's the answer. Very, very, very rarely.
Yeah. Wow, that Olive Garden comment really just kind of derailed me here for a second.
Dude, that was the best part of the show. I'm glad you didn't pre-read it.
Yeah, it's Arby's. I love Arby's. That's my favorite. That's how we got to Olive Garden. But yeah, I mean, sure, and Olive Garden meals, I'm fine eating that as much as there's great Italian restaurants here that cost $100 plate. I'm also good with the all-you-can-eat plate from Olive Garden, which is now almost $100 with inflation too. So yeah, and learn the value of a dollar. I guess that's where it's. I don't know what my point is there. I'm totally derailed this Olive Garden thing.
Dude, you really got sidetracked by the Olive Garden thing, but that was.
Yeah,
funny.
I need a drink. Good thing I have this beer here because this is just.
Yeah, but like, I can't bring a girl who drives a Benz to Taco Bell, right? How often do you see a Benz at a Taco Bell? You know what I mean?
When they're really, really drunk or high, and hopefully they're not driving.
Not even then, because they know that those cars play bumper cars. Because all they can afford is Taco Bell. They can play bumper cars. They get it delivered.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. No fender benders are scraping the doors in the drive-thru. Yeah, exactly. All right, well, that was an interesting conversation there. This definitely is one of the more crazier editions of the Brew that I've ever been involved with. That kind of blew my mind there. And it could happen again. And if you won't miss it by clicking that like or subscribe button for all the fun here on the Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. Hey, you're on it now, so hey, give us a like, and hopefully you're enjoying some fine Olive Garden, or you're out with your lover right now counting your money somewhere. I don't know if I'm going with that either. I'm out there.
You really love the Olive Garden.
The funny thing is, I haven't had Olive Garden in probably 5 years, if not more. I don't even know where the hell this came from. This is the most random corporation to come up. I'm done. We're good. You got anything else to say? I'm good with this show.
In fairness, it is kind of halfway between rich and poor, right?
Yeah, I guess it is, especially with the price going up. Yeah, that's true. They could have said Stofers, Chef Boyardee. How about that? Is that a little easy? Marie Callender's from a Dollar General? How's that? Drag it on too long. Wrap it up, Joe, by saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, I hope.
Funny shot glasses for St. Patrick's Day. Jersey Joe found them on eBay. The laughs are waiting now on an all-new Kicking Back with Jersey Joe.